what a great looking crowd. You guys are so wonderful to be showing up today. We sure appreciate it. On behalf of my friend's place and Safe Harbor, I'd like to welcome everybody here. Have you guys had some fun out there?
Yes.
Really a good turnout. I'm so happy and so many familiar faces. So I love that too. Let me make sure this is not going to fall. Before I get too involved, I want to take your picture. Is that okay?
Yes.
You know, so I work in radio and we have to blog post all the time, as I'm sure most of you know that are my Facebook friends. Social media, it's like the way of the world, right? But this will make it perfect for my blog post tomorrow, so thank you, I appreciate it. So we have kind of an interesting next half hour for you, and I am expecting someone to come. Is Beth Trost here yet? She may not be, so hopefully she'll get here in time. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Faith Martin. Raise your hand if you do know me. Oh, raise your hand if you're my Facebook friend. Thank you so much.
Can we raise our hand if we have faith in you?
Yes.
No heckling from the Mr. Miller of No, you know, it's funny because the reason why, of course, in radio and TV, we get the opportunity to kind of have a voice for some of the nonprofits, and I've certainly worked with plenty of them. And of course, my heart is fond of this one in particular, as you know. I think I've tried to sell things from my garage and old clothes and tried to raise funds like that for my friend's place. And the reason is the very first time I ever walked into my friend's place, I was dumbfounded. I could not believe there was such a facility. I was amazed, and I could not stop thinking about what a difference that this could make in somebody's life. And for those of you who know me well, know a little bit about my past and how I grew up. And if you know me very well, you know it pretty good. If you don't know me more than just on the radio, you've probably just heard bits and pieces. But I actually spent lots of my youth homeless. And it's hard for me to talk about, as I was talking to Travis earlier, because it's just a darn hard time. One of the things that people say sometimes when they hear about wanting to raise funds for a homeless shelter that are for teenagers, they think, oh, those rebellious teenagers, they just don't. Has anybody here ever thought that? Because there may be situations where that is the case, but I'm here to tell you that so oftentimes that is not the case. If you're a parent at all, I think you can recognize that kids really do want structure. They want rules, they want to learn, they want to grow, they want all those things. They even want their parents to say no sometimes. But they want it to be reasonable, right? They want to have some continuity in their home. They want their home to feel safe. And because of the world and the way it is, oftentimes kids are brought into homes and they aren't safe, and there is no continuity and there is no structure. And at times, like in my case, there was nothing but violence and chaos and, you know, a myriad of things that are the kind of things you just wish you didn't have locked in your head somewhere. So I, as a young person, chose to wander out of my home as well and spent a lot of times on the lam. No, there was seriously APBs out on me and all that kind of stuff. And yes, I will admit, I stole from grocery stores. I stole half-eaten pizza off the tables at restaurants. I did all kinds of things. I showered at the horse racetrack because there was an actual racetrack where they had horse races, not like unlike Sundowns. And that's where I took my shower every day, and it's freezing cold water. At the time, I was a cheerleader, and I had to pay for my own uniforms. I lied about my age to get a job, and then they found out that I lied, and I got fired. I mean, so the stories go on, but I had nice people along the way, and some not so nice. And I had some great things happen, and some really traumatic things happen that to this day probably affect me. So I guess my thoughts and my voice to you are, before you think, you know, it's a rebellious teenager, think twice, because every person on the face of the earth, and in particular, the children that are going to be the ones that run our country and that are our future. Those children need a warm, safe place to rest. And as I mentioned, when I went into my friend's place, I just was like, wow, this is such a great place. It's like a home place. And I did some interviews with the teens that were there. And they are brilliant beyond words, how they want to band together to create things within that little situation where they can help other people that are coming into the shelter to feel more comfortable and at home. They end up feeling like sisters and brothers, and they create bonds, and they help each other through issues. And it's impressive, the kind of things that are going on at my friend's place. So please give generously. Give and share with your friends and let them know there is a great need here in the Tri-Cities, as I'm sure that there is everywhere. And I want to thank you if you took advantage of doing the bidding for many of the auction items. Thank you to all the people that donated those wonderful auction items. And the sponsors, an event sponsor, Numerica, stepping up. Columbia Concentrates, food sponsor. Also, Alan Brecky Law was a bronze sponsor. And of course, all this for Safe Harbor and My Friend's Place. They are an official community partner of GISA Credit Union now. We also want to thank Between the Buns and Kendra's Walk and Roll. Is that a cute name? Such a cute name. I think I did see Beth Trost walk in. Is she here? I don't know where's right. Okay. Beth, do you want to come up here and if you can? So Beth called me out of the blue one day and she said, Faith, we would like you to be one of our stars with our Tri-City Dancing with the Stars event that is going on. And she told me a little bit about it. Well, the first thing that came to mind was, I have way too much to do and I'm not gonna, you know. And then she said, well, here's the deal. We're hoping to pack the house, and whoever wins, 50% of the net proceeds will go to your favorite charity. And instantly I thought, oh, wow, there's probably no way I'd win, but if I did. Wasn't that fun? Could you see the panic on my face? I was so scared. And when we were backstage, people would go, Faith, why are you so afraid? I mean, I was seriously ready to hyperventilate. They're like, you talk in front of people all the time and you sing in front of people. And I'm like, but I don't dance in front of people. And I was so afraid that I wouldn't remember the steps. Wasn't that a lot of steps? I don't even know to this day. Anyway, please, everyone, give a big hand to Beth Trost. She's the event coordinator.
Well, I brought tonight the big check facsimile showing our donation to, you want to hold that up, Faith? My Friend's Place, which is Faith's charity that she picked in the event. She was the winner, and she was the winner. Wasn't that the greatest salsa you've ever seen?
Yeah!
She rehearsed only 5 days before she actually did that. The actual ballroom, Utah Ballroom Dance Company came to town 5 days before the event and rehearsed with the stars for 1 hour for 5 days before they actually did the competition. So we're just so proud of Faith and all the other dancers that came in. But tonight we want to present to My Friend's Place, her chosen charity, $1,000. So we're very proud to be able to do that, and also to tell you just real quick that we have scheduled another Dancing with the Tri-City Stars next year. It'll be our second one, and it will be Friday, April 15th, Income Tax Day, 2016. So watch for the advertisement about that. So Faith, thanks again for choosing this wonderful charity.
Thank you. And it really was a fabulous experience. So if you get a chance to do it, then do it. It's really fun. All right. Thank you, Beth. And sure.
Okay. I saw this I saw this in the store. Oh, excuse me. I saw this in the store and I thought, oh, I have to get this for Faith. Has her name on it.
Yay!
Super cute. All right. Well, thank you so much. And thank you for watching that. You guys are great, tremendous support in this community and great friends of mine. And I love you all. So thank you very much. I'm going to call Travis up here and he's going to take over a little bit. And along with Travis, Desiree. And these are people that have a special message as well and have some experience with my friends.